Buddhism is a spiritual and philosophical tradition that originated in ancient India over 2,500 years ago. It teaches a path of personal transformation and self-realization that leads to inner peace, happiness, and wisdom. One of the central teachings of Buddhism is the Eightfold Path, which outlines a set of practices or steps that individuals can follow to attain enlightenment or liberation from suffering. The Eightfold Path is composed of three categories of practices: wisdom, ethics, and meditation. In this video, we will focus on the 6 practices of Buddhism, which are also known as the paramitas. 1. Generosity, dana. The first practice of Buddhism is generosity, which is known as dana in Sanskrit. Dana is the act of giving without expecting anything in return. It is considered to be one of the most important virtues in Buddhism, as it helps individuals develop compassion, humility, and selflessness. By practicing generosity, individuals can cultivate a sense of connection and interconnectedness with others, and develop a greater understanding of the impermanence of all things. Generosity can take many forms, such as donating to charity, volunteering, or simply offering a kind word or gesture to someone in need. The practice of dana is not just about giving material possessions, but also giving of one's time, energy, and talents. It is an opportunity to cultivate a spirit of generosity and selflessness, and to overcome the tendency towards greed and attachment. 1. Ethics, sila. The second practice of Buddhism is ethics, which is known as sila in Sanskrit. Sila is the practice of cultivating moral conduct and ethical behavior. It involves following a set of precepts or guidelines that are designed to promote non-harm, honesty, and integrity. The practice of sila is essential for creating a peaceful and harmonious society, as well as for developing a peaceful and harmonious mind. The practice of sila includes the following 5 precepts: not killing or harming any living being, not stealing or taking what is not freely given, not engaging in sexual misconduct, not speaking falsely or gossiping, not using intoxicants that cloud the mind. By following these precepts, individuals can develop a sense of moral discipline and cultivate a mind that is free from guilt and regret. 1. Patience, Kashanti. The third practice of Buddhism is patience, which is known as Kashanti in Sanskrit. Kashanti is the practice of developing a patient and tolerant attitude towards oneself and others. It involves accepting the imperfections and difficulties of life with equanimity and understanding. The practice of Kashanti is essential for developing resilience and perseverance, and for overcoming the tendency towards anger and impatience. The practice of Kashanti involves cultivating an attitude of non-reactivity towards difficult situations and people. It involves learning to observe one's thoughts and emotions without judgment or attachment, and developing a sense of compassion and empathy for oneself and others. 1. Diligence, Virya. The fourth practice of Buddhism is diligence, which is known as Virya in Sanskrit. Virya is the practice of cultivating a sense of effort and energy towards one's spiritual practice. It involves developing a sense of determination and commitment to one's goals, and overcoming the tendency towards laziness and procrastination. The practice of Virya involves setting clear goals and priorities, and taking consistent and intentional action towards achieving them. It involves developing a sense of discipline and focus, and overcoming distractions and obstacles that may arise. 1. Meditation, dhyana. The fifth practice of Buddhism is meditation, which is known as dhyana in Sanskrit. Dhyana is the practice of cultivating a calm and focused mind through meditation and mindfulness. It involves training the mind to be present,